Hello dear student, this is my third lecture of chapter 3rd machines for class 10th student, and today I will discuss a very important and very interesting topic, levers. In this topic we will discuss the different types of machine by using the different types of operators like plier, scissors or screw gauge. Suppose student, in previous class we have discussed what is a machine. Machine is a device which can easier our work. Machine is a device which can easier our work. There are three types of machine, or we can say machine is based on the three functions. First function is force multiplier. Second is speed multiplier. एंड थर्ड इज डायरेक्शन मल्टीप्लाई. इट मीन्स स्टूडेंट, फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर मीन्स स्टूडेंट, सपोज हमारे पास एक कार है एंड इस कार को हमें लिफ्ट करना है. तो लिफ्ट करने के लिए हम क्या यूज करते हैं? स्क्रू जैक यूज करते हैं. स्क्रू जैक को हम क्या करते हैं, हम उसको अपने हाथ से उठा नहीं सकते, उसे हम ऊपर नहीं उठा सकते, बट एक स्क्रू जैक के हेल्प से हम क्या करते हैं, उसे फोर्स लगा के इजिली मूव कर सकते हैं, इजिली उसे उठा सकते हैं. इट मीन स्क्रू जैक जो हमारा वो क्या हो गया, एक मशीन. हुआ कौन सा मशीन? फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर मशीन. तो फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर मशीन हम कैसे पहचानेंगे? तो एक ऐसी मशीन, अ मशीन विच हैज मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज ग्रेटर देन वन इज कॉल्ड द फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर. ओके, फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर. स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर मीन्स, सपोज अब हमारे पास एक सीजर है, दिस इज अ सीजर, एंड इस सीजर में क्या हो रहा है कि हम यहाँ पे फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं और ये क्या कर रहा है, कट कर दे रहा है. तो ऐसा तो है नहीं कि हम कम फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, ज्यादा फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. इनकेस अगर हमें पेपर को कट करना है तो पेपर कट करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, अगर हम उसे हाथ से बाई यूजिंग हैंड अगर हम उसे कट करें, सपोज दिस इज अ पेपर, इफ वी वांट टू कट इट, अगर हम हाथ से कट करेंगे तो ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा, बट अगर हम सीजर से कट करेंगे तो क्या करेगा, ये जल्दी कट कर देगा. इट मीन्स इट इज अ मशीन. कैसे मशीन? विच इज अ स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर, जो बहुत तेजी से हमारी स्पीड को बढ़ा दे रहा है, स्पीड को मल्टीप्लाइड कर दे रहा है. दिस इज अ स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर. तो स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर के लिए हम कैसे पहचानेंगे कोई मशीन स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर कब है? तो वो उसका जब मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज लेस देन वन होगा, इट मीन्स मशीन इज अ स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर. अब एक ऐसा मशीन, जैसे हमारे पास एक पुली है, तो पुली के केस में क्या होगा स्टूडेंट्स, की पुली के केस में जब भी हम एक बकेट को मूव कर रहे हैं, बकेट को हम ऊपर की तरफ खींच रहे हैं, तो इस बकेट को जब भी हम खींचेंगे तो क्या होगा, पहले तो अगर हम इसे डायरेक्टली, इफ वी यूज द डायरेक्टली, अगर हम इसे डायरेक्टली यूज करेंगे तो क्या होगा, हमें ज्यादा फोर्स की जरूरत पड़ेगी. बट अगर हम पुली की हेल्प से हम अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में अगर पुश करें तो हम कम फोर्स में इसे इजीली मूव कर सकते हैं. इट मीन्स एक पुली कैसा, एक ऐसा मशीन है जो इसके डायरेक्शन को चेंज करके एक पार्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन में इंक्रीज कर रहा है. इट मीन्स ये भी क्या कर रहा है, एक डायरेक्शन को, एक पॉइंट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन को चेंज कर रहा है. तो इसे हम बोल सकते हैं कि पॉइंट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन को चेंज कर रहा है, इट इज अ डायरेक्शन मल्टीप्लायर. या फिर इट इज अ डायरेक्शन को चेंज कर रहा है, इट मीन्स इसका मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज वन होगा. तो ये प्रीवियस क्लास वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस इन डिटेल व्हाट इज अ मशीन. मशीन इज अ डिवाइस विच कैन ईजियर आवर वर्क. इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द फोर फंक्शन. One is force multiplier, second is speed multiplier, and third is the direction changes or point of application changes for. Now students, we will discuss a new topic, levers. This is very important and very interesting topic. What is a levers? Levers is a simple machine which poses in the form of rod. Every rod or every object in our house which act as a rod or which can rotate about at any point is called a levers. लीवर्स हमारे घर में जितने भी ऑब्जेक्ट हैं, सपोज हमारे पास टी स्पून है, या फिर ओपनर, नट क्रैकर और बार लिफ्टर और व्हील बैरो, सुगर टंग, नाइफ और स्क्रू ड्राइवर है, या फिर प्लायर है, या फिर सीजर है, डोर है, या एनी ऑब्जेक्ट, कोई भी अगर हमारे पास ऑब्जेक्ट है जो एक रॉड के फॉर्म में, हैंड पंप है, सीजर है, प्लायर है, क्रोबार है, शीशा, इन स्कूल में आप शीशा आपके पास एक होगा, प्लेइंग करने के लिए आप यूज करते होगे, तो शीशा में भी क्या होता है, वो भी एक तरीके का लीवर्स ही. तो लीवर्स मीन्स इट इज अ सिंपल मशीन विच पॉजेज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रॉड और विच कैन रोटेट अबाउट एनी पॉइंट इज कॉल्ड अ लीवर्स. सपोज ये हमारे पास ये क्या है, एक पॉइंट के लॉन्ग ये रॉड क्या कर रहा है, रोटेट कर दे रहा, इट मीन्स इट इज अ लीवर्स. ये प्लायर भी क्या हो रहा है, इट पॉइंट के लॉन्ग, दिस इज अ पॉइंट, इस पॉइंट के लॉन्ग क्या हो रहा है, रोटेट कर रहा है, इट मीन्स इट ऑल्सो अ लीवर्स। ये स्क्रू गेज जो हमारा, इसे हम क्या करते हैं, जब भी किसी स्क्रू को टाइट करना होता है तो हम क्या करते हैं, इसे रोटेट करते हैं। तो एक पॉइंट के लॉन्ग, दिस पॉइंट के लॉन्ग क्या कर रहा है, रोटेट कर रहा है, इट मीन्स ऑल्सो अ लीवर्स। ये क्या कर रहा है, देखो यहाँ पे हम फोर्स लगाते हैं किसी चीज को पकड़ने के लिए, कोई पॉइंट ऑब्जेक्ट को लिफ्ट करने के लिए, तो यहाँ पे हम फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं और ये क्या कर रहे हैं, इस पॉइंट के लॉन्ग रोटेट कर रहे हैं, इट मीन्स ऑल्सो अ लीवर्स। तो हम आज के क्लास में लीवर्स के बारे में बिल्कुल डिटेल में पढ़ने वाले हैं, कितने टाइप्स के लीवर होते हैं, और बहुत ही इजी लैंग्वेज में समझने वाले हैं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, व्हाट इज अ लीवर? इट इज अ, write heading in your copy, levers, and write the definition. Levers are the simplest machine or ordinary or simplest types of machine, simplest type of machine, or a lever is a rigid, or a rigid rod which can bend about, or which capable to turning about a fixed point, and that fixed point is called a fulcrum. Levers are the ordinary or simplest type of machine, or a lever is a rigid rod which is which are capable to turning, about a fixed axis. This is a lever. Any object or any rod in our house or in daily life, any object which is posited in the form of rod or which can rotate about at any axis is called a lever. And now, suppose we have a rod. This is a rod. And if we are placed an object having mass m on the one side of this rod, and this rod is fixed at a point, this is known as the fulcrum. ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि इस लोड को, दिस इज अ लोड, इस लोड को हम इस रॉड के लॉन्ग अगर अप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो ये ग्रेविटी फोर्स की वजह से नीचे जाएगा। यहाँ पे अगर हम एक फोर्स अप्लाई करें कि नीचे ना जाए, बैलेंस में रहे, इस फोर्स को हम नाम देते हैं एफर्ट। तो कोई भी अगर लेवर्स है तो उस पर 3 टर्म्स होंगे, एक लोड, दूसरा फल्क्रम एंड तीसरा एफर्ट। ये 3 चीज के कॉम्बिनेशन से लेवर्स बना होगा। अब हम कैसे जानेंगे कि कौन सा लेवर फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर है या स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर है या फिर डायरेक्शन मल्टीप्लायर है? फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर, स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर है, डायरेक्शन मल्टीप्लायर। जैसे कि हमने बताया कि ये आपके पास सीजर भी क्या है, ये सीजर भी क्या है, ये भी एक लेवर है, ये प्लायर भी एक तरीके का लेवर है। एंड राइट, नेक्स्ट हेडिंग, fulcrum. First we will define what is a fulcrum. What is a fulcrum? Fulcrum means student, it is a point at which any rod may be rotate. Suppose students, we have a plier and we are using a force on one side and it give a load on the other side. It means this point at which it will rotate, this point is known as the fulcrum. A pen is also a lever. Which types of lever I will discuss just next slide. And write a fulcrum. It is a point. Which point? It is a point. Which point? It is a point through which the axis passes to turn a body. It is denoted by capital F. It is a point through which the axis passes through turn a body. Any axis or any point at which any rod may be rotated, this point is known as the fulcrum. Suppose we have a rod and it is fixed with a point, and this is known as the fulcrum, and we denoted it F. And we are applying a force or we are applying a load on one side, this is denoted as L. L is a load. And at other side, to balance this rod or to act as a levers, we are applying an other side force. This is known as the effort, and we denote it E. The distance from the load to fulcrum is known as the load arm, and the distance from the fulcrum to the effort is known as the effort arm. Okay. In case of levers, we will study a formula of mechanical advantage. This is equal to effort arm upon load arm. Now we will study the different types of lever to decide which lever is the force multiplier, which lever is the speed multiplier, or which lever is the direction changes. To determine the mechanical advantage of a lever, we have categorized the three parts of a lever. That is the class first levers, class second levers, and third is the class third levers. Class first lever, class third levers, and class second lever and class third lever. There is a trick to remember at every time. You have to learn three words, and this word is flee. FLE. फ्ली, आपको ये तीन वर्ड याद रखना है. फ्ली मीन्स स्टैंड. इन फर्स्ट क्लास लेवर, कोई भी मशीन, कोई भी लेबर अगर होगा, कोई भी सिंपल मशीन होगा, अगर उसका फलक्रम, F फॉर फलक्रम, L फॉर लोड, E फॉर एफर्ट, कोई भी एक ऐसा लेबर जिसका फलक्रम सेंटर पे, मिड पे हो, एंड साइड लोड एंड एफर्ट हो, दिस टाइप इज नोन एज द फर्स्ट क्लास लेबर. तो हम इसको ऐसे डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि इसमें क्या होगा, एक रॉड है या इन लेवर, जो फलक्रम होगा वो सेंटर पे होगा, एंड अदर साइड एफर्ट होगा, एंड लोड होगा दूसरे साइड. ये आपका लोड इधर भी हो सकता है, एफर्ट इधर भी हो सकता है, ये चेंज होता है, बट सेंटर पे क्या रखना है, फलक्रम को रखना. इस क्लास के लेबर को हम क्या बोलेंगे, फर्स्ट क्लास लेबर. और इसका जो मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज होगा, ये आपका मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज ग्रेटर भी हो सकता है एंड लेस भी हो सकता है 1 से, एंड 1 के इक्वल भी हो सकता है. फर्स्ट क्लास का जो लेवर होता है स्टूडेंट्स, उसका जो मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज, इट मीन्स इट मे बी फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर, इट मे बी स्पीड मल्टीप्लायर, और इट मे बी टू चेंजेस द डायरेक्शन, और डायरेक्शन मल्टीप्लायर इट मे बी. Students, now we will study what is the definition of first class lever. We can simply define when fulcrum F is in between, when fulcrum F is in between load L and the effort E, is known as class first lever. What is the examples of class first levers? In daily life, we are using the plier or crowbar, scissors, or hammer, hand pump, seesaw, any different types of object in which fulcrum lies in between the effort and load is called the class first lever. Suppose stand we have a scissor. For example, stand we have a scissor. In case of scissors, this is rotate at a point. This point is known as the fulcrum, and we are applying a force. We are doing here a work, and this force is known as the effort. We are applying effort here, and it gives load on the paper which we have to cut it. It means we are applying a load here, one side, we are applying a effort here, one side is effort and other side is load in between fulcrum. It means in case of any machine or any simple device in which fulcrum lies between the effort and load is called the scissor. In case of plier stand, suppose this is a plier, which types of lever, first class or second class? In first class, fulcrum lies between load and effort, it means we are applying load here, sorry, we are applying a effort here and it gives load in other side. It means fulcrum lies between the load and effort. Fulcrum lies between the load and effort. It means also it is an example of first class labor. We have clear here. First class labor means a labor, or it is a types of labor in which fulcrum lies between load and effort. And now we will study the second class labor. In case of second class labor, students, in case of second class labor, we have, remember, load always lies between the fulcrum and effort. It means then this fulcrum may be at the place of effort and at the place of load. So we can plot here the diagram of the second class labor like this. This is the fulcrum F and this is the load. Oh, sorry, this is the effort. The load always acts between the fulcrum and effort. This is a load. It means that in second class labor, load always acts between the fulcrum and effort, and this is the types of second labor. In the case of second class labor, it has a particular property, or it has a fixed property. Its mechanical advantage always greater than 1. It means that it always acts as a force multiplier. Force multiplier means it can easier our work always by using the force multiplier. Suppose force multiplier. In case of first class labor, its mechanical advantage may be 1, it may be force multiplier, or it may be speed multiplier, or it may be direction multiplier. But in case of second class labor, it may be always force multiplier. Its mechanical advantage always greater than 1. Okay, and now we will write its definition in this labor. In this labor, load L is somewhere in between effort E and fulcrum F. Simple, we can write. In this class of labor, load L is somewhere. This load L lies from between F and E. It may be here or here at different point. It does not matter, but it should be between fulcrum and effort. This is the types of the second class labor. For examples, we can write bottle opener, or nutcracker, or bar to lift load, or other examples we can write wheelbarrow. And we can write here the first class labor examples. We have missed it. Examples you can write in your copy: plier, crowbar, scissor, and scissor, hammer, claw hammer, hand pump, etc. And now we will learn some examples of the second class labor: bottle opener, nutcracker. Example is, suppose we have a nutcracker. Suppose this is a nutcracker. This is not a nutcracker, but we have considered it like this act like a nutcracker. In case of nutcracker, we are placing a nut in between here, and we are applying a load. It means we are applying a effort. It means we are applying effort E is here, and load, this rod or this nutcracker is applying a load in between the effort and fulcrum. This is the fulcrum, because at this point it will rotate, or it is rotating. It means this is an example of second class labor. In class second labor, always load acts between the fulcrum and effort, its mechanical advantage always greater than 1. It always acts as a force multiplier. And why mechanical advantage is always greater than 1? Because students, we have learned it in case of the levers. We can write the mechanical advantage means it is equal to effort arm upon load arm. Mechanical advantage means effort arm upon load arm. In case of second class lever, stand here, this is the fulcrum, this is load, and this is effort. Here effort arm is the distance from the effort to fulcrum. This is known as the effort arm. Effort arm. And the load arm is the distance from the fulcrum to load. This is the load arm. Load arm. It means that in case of second class lever, effort arm is always greater than the load arm. So here always mechanical advantage is greater than 1, and it always acts like a force multiplier. And in case of first class lever, it may be because this is the distance between fulcrum and load is known as load arm. The distance from the effort to fulcrum is known as the effort arm. In case of first class lever, here mechanical advantage may be 1, so may be greater than 1, lesser than 1, or equal to 1. When greater than 1, it means force multiplier. Less than 1, it means speed multiplier. And this is the direction multiplier. Now we will study the third class lever. In third class lever, effort always acts between the fulcrum and load. It means in third class lever, effort lies between the fulcrum and load. For examples, sugar tongue, knife, spade, different types of objects or different types of machine in which effort lies between the fulcrum and load is known as the third class lever. So we can write here in this types of lever, in this type of lever, effort E is somewhere in between, load L and fulcrum F, as shown in figure. And this is known as the distance from the load and fulcrum is known as load arm. The distance from the fulcrum to effort is known as the effort arm. In case of third class lever, mechanical advantage means effort arm upon load arm. Here effort arm is less than the load arm. It means effort arm upon load arm. This value always be less than 1. Why less than 1? Because here effort arm is less than the load arm. It means this value always less than 1. And in case of third class lever, you should remember it, the mechanical advantage always less than 1. Now we will see some examples of the third class lever. There are some examples like sugar tongue or knife or spade. For example, students, suppose we have a sugar tongue. It means this is a fulcrum because at this point it can rotate. This is a fulcrum, and this point, by using this, it can lift a sugar. And here we are applying a effort. It means student, effort lies between the fulcrum and load. This is working on the sugar. It means this is a load point. This is the effort. We are applying here a force, and this is a fulcrum. It means any machine in which effort lies between the fulcrum and load is known as the third class lever, and this is the example of third class lever. Now we will study the principle of levers, and then we will determine the different types of numerical. We will discuss the different types of numerical in next lecture. First of all, our last topic, the principle of lever. This is the very simple and very important of this chapter, principle. Write the next heading, principle of lever. What is the principle of lever? It means, suppose we have a lever and here is a fulcrum. One side is effort and other side is load, and this is the effort arm, and this is load arm. Okay, this is load arm. In principle of lever, we can define it: a lever works on the principle of movement. What is a movement system? Movement means systems any object which can rotate at a fixed point. The product of force and the distance, perpendicular distance at which a force is applied, is called the movement. It means that clockwise, a lever works on the principle of movement is then the clockwise movement should be equal to the anti-clockwise movement of force. So we can write here clockwise movement of force means force into perpendicular distance. This is a force and this is a perpendicular distance. Clockwise movement of force, it means this is a load. And anti-clockwise movement of force, it means this is the anti-clockwise. It means this is a effort. What is the clockwise? What is anti-clockwise? It means suppose this is a clock and it always acts in this direction. This is known as the clockwise, and the opposite direction of a clock is known as the anti-clockwise. In case of effort stand here, this the force into perpendicular distance, it means this is the anti-clockwise. This is anti-clockwise and this is clockwise. Clockwise movement of force should be equal to anti-clockwise movement of force. This is the principle of movement. So we can write here load into, suppose this is a point, B and this is a point A. Then instead we can write here load. We know that the movement means force into perpendicular distance. Suppose this is a force and this make the perpendicular distance from this to this, F to V. This is a perpendicular distance, so we can write load into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance means B to F. Perpendicular distance means B to F is equal to anti-clockwise movement. Anti-clockwise movement means this is a effort and this perpendicular distance is E to F. So we can write here E into E to F. It means that L upon E will be equal to EF upon BF. EF means effort arm, and BF means load arm. And we know that load upon effort is mechanical advantage. So we can write in case of lever, effort arm upon load arm. This is the formula of mechanical advantage in case of levers. By using this formula, we will solve the different types of numericals in next lecture.